My sister took credit for my outbreak for 10 years yesterday. I was asked to paint her wedding portrait. I was 12 when my sister first put her name on my painting and won the county art competition. I still remember her smile as she accepted the blue ribbon, while my mother squeezed my shoulder and whispered, "Let her have this one. She needs the confidence boost." That one time became our family tradition. For 10 years, Emma presented my outbreak as her own dows from high school projects to the portfolio that got her into literature art program. The program I was told we couldn't afford when I applied the following year. Emma's the artistic one. My parents would tell relatives. Natalie's the practical one. The practical one who stayed up until 3 a.m. completing Emma's assignments while she partied through college. The practical one who worked retail to support herself through community college classes. The practical one who kept painting in secret in a small studio apartment I could barely afford when a local gallery owner discovered my work at a sidewalk art fair. It felt like breathing for the first time. Over 2 years, I built a modest reputation, selling commissioned portraits under my own name while working as the gallery's assistant manager. Last week, my mother called for the first time in months. Emma's engagement portrait photographer canceled, she said without agreeing. She's devastated. The photographer was going to paint from the photo for the reception display. I said nothing. She needs you, Natalie. Family steps up in emergencies. She wants me to find her another artist, I asked. No, my mother sighed. She wants you to paint it, like you used to do for her school projects. We'll pay for supplies. The audacity stunned me into silence. Think of it as your wedding gift to her, my mother added. Lord knows you can't afford much else. The next day, I drove to my parents' house where Emma was visiting. She brought her fiancé Vin James, who I'd never met. As my mother ushered us into the living room, I noticed several framed paintings on the walls pile all my work with Emma's signature. "These are incredible," James said, following my gaze. "Emma's so talented, I fell in love with her art before I fell in love with her." My sister shot me a warning glance. "Actually," I said, pulling out my phone. "Would you like to see what I've been working on?" I showed him my gallery profile, watching his confusion turn to understanding as he looked between the phone and the wall. "These styles are identical," he said slowly. "James, it's complicated," Emma started. "Not really," I interrupted. "I painted everything you are looking at." Emma's never completed a painting in her life. The silence was deafening. "I'll paint your portrait," I told James directly, "but I'll be signing my real name, and my fee is $5,000. My mother gasped. "That's ridiculous." "Actually," James said quietly, still staring at my portfolio. "That seems fair for work of this quality." 3 days later, James came to my studio alone. He handed me an envelope with a deposit check and a handwritten note. "The engagement is off. I can't marry someone built on lies. Would you consider painting my parents' anniversary portrait instead? Some people build their success on others' talents. Some recognize authentic work when they see it. I finally know which relationships are worth my signature."